Hi, I'm Mrs. Crosstown and I'm going to teach you how to get a pet today. This is my pet. His name is Squeakers. These Mirror Kings just squeak around when they walk. So, in order to get a pet, you're going to need to have this card, Animal Friend. You do not have to have it maxed out, but you can only get high-level animals like the Mirror King if you have this maxed out. People will tell you that you need Wasteland Whisperer, but you do not. I have 9 in Charisma because I share this card, but if you have at least 3 in Charisma, you can swap this out whenever you find a pet that you like and that you want to keep. So, finding a pet is not hard, it's just a matter of knowing where to look for pets. Only certain animals in the game can be tamed, and they have to be animals that are found at random spawn spots, and that animal has to be completely alone and not part of another random spawn there. So I'm going to show you some of the places that I check every single day and take you around the map with me. I'll show you kind of slow so that you have time to pause and maybe travel with me if you want. So we're going to go to Grove's Family Cabin first. So when I spawn into this place, I'm going to turn north, and I'm just going to run over here to the road where there's this truck that's wrecked, and in front of this truck on the ground is, generally speaking, the pet, but right now it's this guy walking around. We don't care about him, so we're just gonna run straight west down this highway. When you get to this truck with the boat in the back of it, the animal spawn spot is right here to the left. There's usually something right here. And sometimes if you wait for a minute, the random spawn will show up to you. But if there's a pet, it would be walking around right here in this little rocky area on the map. And we are right here. If you need to mark the spot or screenshot that. Nothing is showing up here. A lot of times when it's like this, the insult bot or Rachel or someone will show up. Looks like nothing's coming this time, so we're going to go down to Black Mountain Ordnance Works. Okay, so the first thing I do when I spawn in here, starts you right here at this road, is I turn north because this one is really close by. Jump this right now. I don't see anything, but you can almost see, oh, here he is. So this is the spawn location where there would be a pet, but right now it's this scavenger. And then I turn back around and run back south. Now this one is a little ways down the road, but it's still not too bad. Once in a while I've got to kill a robot along the way here because they kind of like to shoot at you in the back. Well, I don't see anybody, so I'm not worried about it. Now you are going to run underneath of this hanging thing, so in case you don't think you've gone far enough, definitely you haven't. This is the messenger, and this is the exact spot where an animal would be. The messenger is a very good indicator that there's going to be a pet in this place, because for some reason the messenger is always at random spots where animals can come. If you ever just are wandering around and see the messenger in a spot, you can just kind of check it once in a while, for a while, and see. Sometimes you'll find a pet there. So I'm going to go to Hunter's Ridge next. I like these places because I can go to 2 places at once. Hunter's Ridge only has one pet spawn place, but it also has a place where the Civil War reenactor and other people could come, so I like to check it as well because it's really close. Okay, so when you spawn in at Hunter's Ridge, what you're going to want to do is turn west. There's a little path here. You can run down. At the end of this path on the left is going to be the spot that doesn't have animals but does have interesting things to do. Right now you can see the lemonade stand is there, where you can get recipes for hard lemonade and regular lemonade. And in this direction is where the animal spawn is. It's not too far down here. I have found pets here, but it's been a little while, just to be honest. But I still check down here because I just can't seem to give it up. So that's what was there. Maybe another blood eagle hanging out. Okay. Alright, we're moving onward. So there are some places near here and in the middle, but if you just concentrate on the south side edge, you will find a pet. It may take a few rounds. I go to this purifier site. So whenever you spawn in here, you're just going to want to make a quick right and run down the road, and this spot is literally right here. Now where these super mutants are, these 3 super mutants come with a death claw, like a level 91 or so usually, and he cannot be tamed because he is part of this spawn. Here he comes. We can't fight with him. Let's see how close this legendary is. That was one of the spawns. So that Deathclaw can't be tamed. A lot of people are like, there was a Deathclaw, but if you see those super mutants, then you cannot tame him. Then I go to Rollins Work Camp. Okay, this is one of the original places that I checked before Wastelanders. When you spawn into Rollins Work Camp, you come out right here. Now there's blood eagles and stuff to kill, but you're going to turn towards this Caution Falling Rock sign and run down here. And if there's a pet, it'll be underneath of this bridge. Since used to always be something here, but since Wastelanders, some of these places have been nothing going on when you get here, but I have still found pets at all these places since Wastelanders as well. But while I'm here, since it's not too far, I go ahead and run east. Right here in between these trucks, well, you can see Mr. Handy. If you could kill him, then he wasn't Mr. Handy, he was actually the Mr. Bandit. And this is the spawn spot. This is where it's at. And it looks like this. Once I get done there, I go ahead and go to the unfinished mansion. Now, once you spawn in at the unfinished mansion, you're going to turn west. You're going to run straight to the road. You don't want to run on that other road. You want to stay going west exactly. Now, there's also blight here if you need blight for anything. But the pet is usually right here on this road. Spawn spot. I don't know if you could hear that sheep squatch bellowing, but sometimes the spawn event is just the sound of a sheep squatch and nothing else there. Now, I just recently started checking these two places out, Foundation, but they're very easy to check, so I'm going to show you these. Okay. When you spawn in at Foundation, you're just going to turn down here to the road and just run off it right here where this is kind of broken and head north past this little tractor thing here. Running down to where there's a little kind of circle at the base of this mountain right here. And the spawn spot is right in this area. So if there was an animal, it would be walking around right here. Sometimes I've asked to make sure there's not a smaller animal that I can't see. But this is the spot right here. It's pretty right here. So then you're going to run south from here. Oops. Don't ask me. As soon as I get to the road, I'm just going to keep running south. Sometimes there's a guy on this bridge, sometimes there isn't. Oh, there he is. Right when you get to the intersection down here of two roads is where you could find a pet. Pet's gonna be right in this area. This is the spot, but there's nothing here right now, unfortunately. Gonna take you to South Mountain Lookout Tower. If you want to server hop only a couple of places, I recommend South Mountain Lookout Tower is one of those places. Once I spawn in here, I wait for the enemies to go ahead and spawn in. There are 5. One is always in that building. Usually he's got the door shut. You gotta open it and kill him because he'll come kill the animal. Right now there is a Mirelurk King down here. And he is tameable. Now, some animals can be tamed by aiming your gun at them, and some can't, but all animals can be tamed by walking right up to them. They will not hurt you. They are not aggro unless you fight with them. What you would do is push tame and then push send to camp. Now, I'm not going to send him to camp because I already have a Mirelurk King, but I am going to pause and hopefully edit out the fact that I'm going to try to get this pet for someone else. Okay. So my friend just came and sent that to camp. Hate to see a Mirelurk King not go somewhere. Alright, so the next place I check is Relay Tower ELB102. So as you saw, if you do have charisma with the 9, you can share that card with your friends and get all your friends a pet. So I run towards these broken sticks at this angle into the woods. And if there's a pet, he would be right here where this robot is, which is Miss Nanny. You can listen to her stories if you want to, but I just take the juice, whatever she's got on her hand, and go, because I'm just rude like that. Okay. I just started checking this place at Firebase Hancock, but a friend of mine, a fellow pet tamer, did find a Mirelurk King here last night, so I mean, this is a good spot. Now, whenever you spawn in here, you're going to want to turn yourself. I run towards this mine that you can see on the compass, slightly northeast, straight to this creek, and the pet or spawn event will be right here in this creek. Nothing going on right now, but okay, this is the spot. Spot on the map is right here. I wait for a second because sometimes things really do spawn in after you've been here for just a minute. Okay, nothing there, so bummer. I marked the spot which I just started checking, but I'll check it with you right now. We're gonna go to Sunrise Field and head that way. Looks far from... Okay. Get to Sunrise. I lost which way I'm going here. Alright, so I'm going to run south east. This one. Sometimes there's a lot of markers on the map. I can't remember which direction I'm supposed to be running. I get the serious music playing, so must be running from a battle. No. Right in here somewhere is the spawn spot. Oh, there he is. This Deathclaw can be tamed. And again, if you would push tame and then send to camp. You can see already I found 2 really cool pets. I'm not going to make you wait through another pet finding just in case nobody wants to come take this guy. We're going to pretend like we didn't find him. So then we go to Cranberry Glade. There's 2 places at Cranberry Glade, but I have trouble finding the second one without a marker there, so I just checked this first one because it's really simple. Now right in this circle, well, here he is. This is where there would be a pet. I found an attack dog here multiple times. I've found lots of really cool pets in this circle right here. This is another place I highly recommend if you're only going to server hop a couple of places. Make it this one, this one, And this one when we get here. But before we get there, we're going to go to the treetops. I used to send people here constantly, but it hasn't been as productive lately, so I haven't really been doing it. People, a really cool pet, that makes me happy. Okay, when you spawn in at the treetops, you're going to want to turn yourself to the northwest slightly and run down here to the road. Now, if there is a pet, it will be underneath of this bridge. Right now, it looks like an iBot there. Yeah. This guy. Valley Galleria. Sorry, buddy. Then I just run straight down this road. Hop the fence. I run towards that tall, straight tree across the street. Once I get there, I just turn and angle myself up between these trees. You start to see a glowing cave in the distance, right there. And this spawn place is right next to that glowing cave. You noticed earlier these mannequins are one of the spawn events. Sometimes there's ghouls around them, sometimes there isn't. I haven't yet figured out what the difference is of when there's ghouls and when there isn't, but it doesn't look like there's any right now. This is where that spot is on the map. I just always come from the treetops because it seems like the easiest way to get there for me because I'm already checking down there. After that, I go up here to the third place where I recommend you, if you server hop, to go. Just 3 places. Those should be the 3 places. Okay. As soon as you spawn in at Sunny Top, you're going to run down here, go around this mountain, put the train station behind you, run down here. This is Mia and Vlad. They have a very interesting conversation.
Do you know if you were born or made?
Why are you asking? Have you heard the one about the Protectron and a red rocket?
No. Are you single?
I'm tired of that question. Would you like to play a game?
Maybe. Are you as confused as I am?
So they have an interesting conversation. Sometime just stop and
Do you
listen
ever
to
feel
them.
like you're trapped in a loop?
I've just started looking here, but there is an easy one to check, so I'm going to go ahead and add it in here.
I'm tired of that question.
Pretty much as soon as you spawn in here, well, here's the prize bot. He sucks. He always gives you some mod or something, so you're stuck with a bunch of heavy pre-war money. But usually the spawn event is right here, so if there was a pet, it would be walking around right here. The prize bot's likely to be anywhere from as soon as you spawn into the spot. He's just wandering around. But if you see him anywhere around you when you spawn in, it's not going to happen for you. Next place I go is Abby's Bunker, and these next few places are kind of tricky, but they are really productive spots, so I recommend trying to figure them out. This first one isn't too bad. We're going to go straight to Abby's Bunker, and we're going to do a bit of running after this. Once you spawn in at Abby's Bunker, you're going to run down here and turn south down the road. There is a spawn spot here, but it is also not a pet spawn. And it only comes in after you've ran down here and come back. You want to be careful right around here because there's Wendigos. Anywhere from 1 to 3 Wendigos. Usually always one up in this tree, but just now, as you saw, 2 on the sides. But one of them or all 3 of them could be there, or none of them. It just depends. Now this looks like the insult bot. Yeah. But if he wasn't walking around here, the actual person, the spawn spot would be right here. The pet would be here. I have actually found a legendary Deathclaw here, a 3-star. So legendary pets are possible. And this is a spot where we found them. So. Damn, I got insulted. Okay. Now we're going to turn ourselves back towards Abby's bunker, which is north up the road. And go back the way we came. You got to be careful when you get up here because I said there's another kind of spot up here. And it's, I think, called an attack spawn, which means it could be anything from ghouls to anything. Something's going on. It looks like anglers. I might die, but it's okay. No, I'm not gonna die. Okay, good. I didn't really want to, but I thought it was inevitable. When you're a bloodied character, that's just how life goes. So I am going to I'll have to answer him later. So I run off the road right about here. I kind of head this way, and sometimes it's hard to see, so I get off course just a little bit. For the most part, if you just run straight north, you're going to come across this. Now there are 2 ticks in this shed on the side, and you're going to have to kill them because they're deadly. And sometimes they go after a pet if it's down here. I saw that tick. I know it's in there. It was coming around to get me from the side. That's kind of always there, but usually the spawn animal is right here. And I found a cat here. I found rad toads. I found every kind of animal right here. I actually pretty much find every kind of animal at all of the spots, but some spots have more of one than another. Like, for instance, Pleasant Valley or Sunny Top train station, I found a lot of bears there for some reason. So once you get here, and I don't know where that other tick went, but if you kill 2 ticks, then you run through this broken fence and you just run straight north. If you see a yellow dot on your map right about here, over here, run on over there and check, because it could be a traveling merchant, but otherwise just want to run straight north here. I used to put my survival tent halfway in between here and there, like right about here, so that I could just run straight south and then run straight north, and I would know right where I was at. But now I just kind of know where I'm at, so I'm not worried about it anymore. But as long as you stay running pretty much straight. Now that sloth right there is part of the queen of the hunt that you get every day, so that one cannot be tamed. It has to go down. So you're going to run to this and hop up here, and usually if there's a pet, it's straight across the river over there. Sometimes there's mean things, so you got to kind of come up here wary. And walk over here and check on this edge of the water. Right now it looks like it is treasure hunter. I always take the map. Leave the rest of that crap because I don't need it. Okay, so there's a little... By the way, this is where we're at. There's literally nothing else around here. There's no fast travel spots, so that's why I'm kind of showing you just and telling you which direction we're running, because there's just no other way to get here. You're gonna turn west and run up this road thingy, little path. just gonna follow it west. There's the lead deposit right here. That's how you know you're going the right way. Just past the lead deposit is a little clearing over here on the left. And right now we're gonna fight a sheep squatch because that's, as soon as you talk to this guy, it's going down. So if you have friends that want to fight a sheep squatch, wait until you hit it. He'll tell you that, and then from somewhere a sheep squatch will come. I think he comes from over this way, but I don't remember. Oh, there he is. You actually can level up and find a lot of cool stuff to do while pet hunting. You gotta watch it right here because there is a fisher site, so scorched beasts do come flying over here. Grenade launcher. Not some poop. Okay, now there's one more place I check, well, kind of two, regularly. And this is actually one of my very favorite spots, is right here, up by Prickett's Fort. It's not right here, it's near here. So here we go. Alright, so we've spawned in at Prickett's Fort. We're going to turn and run up this road. Now, once in a while there's a little activity going on right here and you have to kill something, but usually it's empty. I'm going to run up this hill. I just follow this yellow line till the end of it and turn. Go up this mountain. Up at the top of this thing is... oh. There's Rachel. Unfortunately. I hate to see Rachel because that means there's nothing up here. But if there was, it would be right here in the center of this. Right there. It's a pretty view up here. So from here, I run straight south. I found 2 toads and a bear at this next one so far. I've been checking it, but I usually don't check it very regularly because it's way up here. But I have successfully found pets here, so it's worthy of looking at. Now I kind of know exactly how to get there. Takes a little time of checking a place, and I don't add a place until I've checked it several times. So here's what's going on. These blood eagles. Now basically you're going to run straight south until you get to this broken plain. And the pet would be right where those blood eagles were, just kind of walking around and hopping or slothing or moving its way back and forth between this plain and that area right there. And this place is on the map right here. There is another spot that does have pets right about here, but without a marker there I have a really hard time finding it, so I'm not going to add it for you today because just not. So then I would just start over again right here and work my way back around the outside edge of the map. But as you saw, we did find some pets, so I showed you how to get it, and were you to find a pet, then you would, I'll show you what you make sure your house is safe. Okay, so once you get to your camp, you need to understand that your animal will pace around this camp module. Mine's way over here because probably there was something to kill over here and he ran after it. Every now and then he gets stuck right here. This whole area is a little bit glitchy for some reason. I'm kind of worried about him, but so far he's doing really well. He's protected the house good, but you want to make sure that this right here is unobstructed, that he's got plenty of room to walk back and forth. Nothing is in his way. He's not getting hurt. And you want to make sure he's protected if you do get attacked from that side. See, he's killed stuff here already today. He's a good boy. Good job, Squeakers. Here he comes. So he's going to walk around and kind of he'll go that way and back this way, and then he'll go this way and back this way. But you kind of want to make sure it's unobstructed. And if you get a bigger animal like a sloth or a deathclaw, you want to make sure you have no low-hanging wires, because they can and will decapitate on those wires. They won't really lose their head, but they will die. Also, if you have a house that has acid, I highly recommend that you put your camp module on the other side of the property from your acid, and otherwise you need to put something all the way around it so your pet cannot walk into it. Acid will kill the pet for sure. I think that's about it. I do throw a turret down near mine to kind of protect him. Even though he's a king, he's pretty tough. He should make it, but just in case, I want to make sure he stays as safe as possible. You get to where when you come home, you go looking for your pet, and you really want him to be there. And they don't all last very long, but they are really nice while they last. So that's been my pet finding video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to edit out those pesky load screens. If not, I apologize again. Have a great day, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments for me, and I will try to get back with you.